Round 2 saw DMP Durham Sharks host two-time champions Saracens, who'd registered an emphatic 73-3 win over the Darlington side last season. With just 3 minutes played, Holly Aitchison fizzed the ball out wide to captain Lottie Clapp, who hit the accelerator and dotted down. Aitchison was soon at it again. The centre found Hannah Casey, who fixed her defender before unleashing Zoe Harrison for her first try of the campaign, which the fly half promptly converted. A familiar sight, a tearaway Poppy Cleal puncturing the opposition's defensive line, set up the Wolfpack's third score of the day, as Aitchison went from playmaker to try-scorer, and the Olympian widened the gap to 17. Saracens forwards started to dominate proceedings and eventually turned pressure into points. It was last week's player of the match, Marley Packer, who barrelled over to secure the bonus point for Alex Austerbury's side and her second score in as many matches. The ever-explosive Packer was immediately back carrying over the gain line before Vicky Fleetwood, marking her 50th appearance for the club, seized her opportunity to burst through the sea of blue. A deft offload to Sonia Green kept the play alive, and Harrison was there with the support line. Saracens was soon back in DMP territory, where Kat Evans, making her first start of the campaign, executed a nifty 1-2 with Cleal and added another 5. Just moments later, Evans further merited her starting position with another set-piece triumph. 5 metres out, the hooker found Wales international Georgia Evans before dancing her way from the back of the maul and over the whitewash for her brace. Saracens up by 41 after an utterly dominant first half. The North London side would not take their foot off the gas in the second half, as a series of offloads and a magnificent pickup from Sarah McKenna right off her laces saw Chantel Miel brought down just metres away. Ella Vivas was first to arrive, and the scrum half darted her way onto the scoresheet, her first try since returning to Saracens this summer. The pressure was relentless, and DMP's every play scrutinised. Rachel Akaratabua had scarcely stepped onto the field when she found herself with the ball in space, and the devastating finisher carved her way through a clutching defence to make an immediate impact. The result felt a foregone conclusion, but DMP continued to hunt for a score of their own and were rewarded shortly afterwards, as fullback Holly Thorpe showed both sparkling footwork and out-and-out pace to leave defenders strewn in her wake. And flanker Trudy Cowan was there to notch 5 precious points for the hosts, to the delight of her teammates. La Caritabur was back causing havoc on the left wing, and a searing carry provided the perfect platform for Fleetwood to slice through DMP with a brilliantly timed line. And, just like that, the 50-time Saracen had a try to mark the occasion. Showing all the intensity which has secured them 2 Premier 15s titles, Saracens continued to rack up the tries. In a flowing move from just outside their own 22, Alicia Corrigan and Vivas combined to entirely unlock a scrambling DMP defence, which allowed McKenna an easy counter over the line. Aitchison bisected the uprights and brought the tally to 77-5, which would prove the final score. A prolific and clinical display by Saracens, who returned south sitting pretty at the top of the table, with a visit from Loughborough Lightning on the horizon. Up next for DMP, Bristol Bears, the side they beat last season, and against whom they'll be hoping for their first points of this campaign.